Hi, I'm Steve from the Stone Crafting Workshop, and today I'm going to show you how to fit blinds like this. They're from Ikea, they're only £3 each, and I'll show you how easy they are to fit. The blinds we're going to fit are Schottis from Ikea. They're 90 centimetres wide and they have a drop of 190. Now the drop I have here is about 160, and personally I don't think you'd want them to drop too much further than that. I'll show you what's in the packet and I'll show you the instructions, and then we'll get on and hang them. They're pretty easy to do. Right, so this is it taken out of the wrapper, as you can see. On top of it is the strip with the fitting instructions. There's a label on the end here which you really need to cut off, just to get rid of it. It's got the material telling you it's 100% polyester. It's helpful. On the top of it is a double-sided sellotape adhesive strip, and that goes at the top, and the bottom there's nothing. In the packet there's a strip of sticky backed Velcro and these two plastic handles, which I personally found completely useless, but we'll go into that in a minute. This blind is 90 centimetres wide, and most of you are going to have to cut to the width that you need, and I'm going to do that on here. I've got a gap that'll take up 2 more of these, and I'm going to cut both of them. And what you're going to need, a sharp knife, a very sharp knife. I'm using obviously a carving knife out of the kitchen, which I've sharpened myself, so I know it's sharp. I found it very useful to use a square, an ordinary little square. You need a pencil and a tape measure. And some steps. If you're like me, a little short arse, you'll need steps. So let's measure the width I'm going to, and then I'll mark this up, and then I'll show you how to cut it. Right, so I've marked my length at 875, which is what I need, and I've used a square to mark that across, so that I've got a mark on the other side as well. Now, what I suggest you do is what I did on the first one, which is have a practice go at cutting it. Simply come this side, the waist side of your line, and put a mark on it. Use your square and mark it up, and then try and cut it. I suggest you do that just as a practice run. But I'm going to do it for real, straight off, because I'm extremely brave. I've put this on a piece of timber so that the blind lays flat, and I can cut right through it without damaging the blade, just onto this piece of softwood. And I've pulled the softwood to the edge of the table so that I can use the square. And I'm just going to put the square on it, and I'm holding it with my finger there, I don't know if you can see, pressing down, and I'm pressing down with the square, so it's making this block really nice and firm. And the reason I decided to use this carving knife rather than a Stanley knife, which is what they show on the picture of the instructions, is because you can cut it like this, just sawing it backwards and forwards gently, letting the knife blade and the sharpness of it do the job. And there we are. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I've actually gone offline. It's curved down. It's sloped down, sorry, on that edge. And that doesn't really matter too much. If your knife is sharp enough, you can simply saw it down to give yourself a really nice square edge. There, got a really nice square edge. Right, I've marked the top of the line where the blind is going to hang. So I've got 2 pencil marks, so that when I offer it up, I've got something to work to. And now I've got to decide which is the front of the blind and which is the back. And it matters a little bit. The difference is this, that on this, this side is the sticky adhesive. And if I say that's going to be the front, the blind will hang directly from under where the sticky adhesive is. And I kind of wasn't keen on that idea. I thought you'd see the adhesive through the material. If you turn it round and have the other side as the front, it doesn't matter otherwise. When I stick that onto the top, it'll actually have a layer of material in front of it. It'll hang from the top of the adhesive. Don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what I've decided to do. So I'm all ready to go. Just take the surface off of the back, the protective layer off of the back. I don't know any clever way of doing this. All you can do is get hold of it with as little grip as possible. I'm going to climb the ladder and stick it on. Position this one at this end. I'm leaving about a 4 or 5 mil gap between the 2 blinds to give them a little bit of clearance. So it comes with the sticky back Velcro. I'm just going to use 2 small pieces of this. I don't want to use the whole lot. I found it was incredibly easy to tear the blind. First one I did, I actually tore a little bit down one corner. So you position the Velcro. So the instructions say to put 3, I'm going to try it just with 2, just to be contrary. Take the sticky back off of the back of the Velcro. Right, so I've stuck 2 small squares of the Velcro on the bottom edge of the blind. And I'm just going to put it down. And I'm just going to make sure that this line where one meets the other, the gap is the same. There we are. And that's it. That's pretty cool. That one up. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to fit the 3rd one and then we'll close down. Right, so that's the 3rd one up, and that was really easy to do. They're so easy. That last one only took me about 4 minutes to do. So really, really easy job. It comes with these 2 plastic handles, which are, they show you to fit them on in the instructions. I found them completely useless. The blinds themselves are really easy to tear, and I've found actually the answer is simply to be really careful when you're peeling them off of the Velcro at the bottom. There's no guidance at all in the instructions as to what you should do if you fold them up and fold them against the top, close them all up so you've got light coming through. I think I'll probably put in just a couple of tie ribbons at the top so I can lift them up and just tie them up out of place. Not very elegant, but this whole job only cost me about 12 quid, so that's including delivery. So it's a real bargain. They didn't smell when they came out of the pack. I have read reviews of some other blinds that smell when they come out of the packet. These don't, they're perfectly fine. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's of some use to you. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. I like those. And if you want to see more about reviews and how to fit things and what have you, or about stone crafting, please subscribe. Otherwise, thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.